What's up, guys? How's everyone doing? I just uploaded now on the channel my Stats Don't Lie video for Cameron Vong and Gavin Gwynn. It's a rematch. So it's up in the Discord now. Right now, it's a members only video, but it'll go public in about 2 hours. Guys, to join our Discord, the link is pinned in the comments section below. It's a couple bucks a month. We just broke 300. That was, you got to have goals in life. So when I launched this 4 months ago, I did a quarterly goal. First 4 months, I want that. Second 4. First 3 months, there's 4 quarters. It's been a long day already, guys. This is my second live stream. Anyway, we hit a milestone. We're at 300 plus. It's not just boxing. It's MMA, it's basketball, it's hockey, it's football, it's soccer. We have a study library. We have an algorithm that builds our parlays. It's a pretty dope community. The boys and this Vong versus Gwynn fight's interesting. I break the fight down. It's a rematch. It's at 135. The first fight took place at a catch weight of 138. I mean, people are saying this was a robbery. I don't see it. I felt like the right guy won, Cameron Vong, but they're redoing it for a reason. Gwynn is 35 years old. Vong is 23. This fight's sanctioned at 135. Cameron Vong has left his camp. He used to fight. He used to fight out of Manchester, Jamie Moore, and he left. He's training in Essex now with Ben Davison, and yeah, I like Vong in this fight, guys. Childish Gambino, what's up? We in this thing, but I do got class in the bit. Oh, you gotta get your school up, get your education up. I like it. We gotta, we're educated out here. That's awesome, man. I'm gonna stay live for, we'll see if I'll stay live for 45 minutes. Guys, if you don't ever catch it live, I do upload these on my podcast playlist. Johnny Says Boxing Podcast. It's my second live today. What's up, King? Clark Vong money line. Let's look at it. Let's see what we're getting for the odds. This is why I like King of Fitness. Straight to business. We ain't got time for all these little games. We don't be playing around with all these little games. We out here just let's get to business. Let's make this money. Let's keep it professional and let's keep it moving. So we're gonna check it out. We'll do a little King of Fitness two-legger. Clark Vong money line. Let's see what it's looking like. Yeah, like a dollar. I mean, how greedy do $1.43 on the money line, mate? That's a nice like. I think these odds are going to shift. We'll see. We get closer to the week. I think Cameron's probably going to be more like at $1.30. So I'm going to be putting this bet in. Fraser Clark on the money line, and we're already sitting at with this little two leg, $1.71. Look. I'm not trying to. I have a buddy who bets 5,000 on fights, 10,000 on fights. So this is kind of like my buddy who has a huge bankroll. He would take this. He would go 10,000 to win 7,000. Do I have 10,000 to bet to gamble? No, I couldn't live with myself. I tell you guys all the time. When I see some of the boys in our Discord betting 50,000 on fights, I'm like, "Oh god, dude, it makes me nervous. My palms start sweating." Uh, yeah, I ain't about that life. I'd have gray hair by now. I'd have no hair. Shit's stressful out here. It's cold in the D. It's so cold in the D. How the fuck? So I like this king. Why not just? I would add. Well, the Wittaker money line isn't that saucy. Whittaker's fighting a 30-year-old one-loss German, Benjamin Gavazzi. So I mean, to even play Ben Whittaker, you're gonna have to play either on points or decision. He doesn't hit the hardest, and he's still trying to figure his game out. I like these two at 171, mate. I gotta be honest with you. Julius in the house. All right, let's play Julius's game. Julius, we'll let's see if we could get. Are we getting props on it? Probably not yet. Too early. Yeah, too early. We'll do that later on in the week. Julius, remind me, please, because I don't hate it. I just taped it. I don't hate it. I think that yeah, somebody in the Discord was comparing. They were like, this fight kind of has Junaid Boston versus Bilal Fawaz written all over it, and I was like, no, not really. It actually doesn't, based off of their skill sets and their style. Gavin Gwynn is really marauder, prodding forward, gets hit a lot, doesn't have a lot of pop. Cameron Vaughn, he has a bit, he has a nice upside, man. I totally expect him to have made adjustments. Also, one more thing I want to point out is the coaching change he made, leaving Jamie Moore in Manchester and going down to Essex. I don't know the topography of England. I don't know if it's going down to Essex or going up to Essex or going east to Essex or going west to Essex. I just know he left Manchester to go to Essex. I think Kiza's from the UK. Some of the boys in here from the UK. They'll let me know. But the thing with Ben Davison, he trained Royston Barney Smith. Royston Barney Smith's one of his guys. For multiple fight camps, when Ben was getting Barney Smith ready, he would bring Gavin Gwynn down as a sparring partner. So, when I'm doing my film study, I'm doing my research, I'm doing my breakdowns, I find out that information. I'm like, you got to think Davison's going to use that, what he saw with Gwynn. He already has the 10 rounds, what he saw with Gwynn, with Vong, and I totally expect Vong to make some adjustments in this fight and actually win an easier fight. So 5K. So what's up, big dog? 5K on Ben. Let's see what let's see what it gets you back though. Now, I'm not a type of dude like I'm not ever gonna tell you let's gamble to get rich. That's not my shtick. I don't like. So I'm not about to pocket watch you. But I just want to see what 5K gets us. That's all I'm saying, big dog. You know I got your back. Is that worth it, Manny Fresh? Manny Fresh. Is betting 5,000 on Ben to get 300 bucks worth it? I'm not telling you don't do it. I ain't saying I'd have did it, but I understand. He goes, so let me get this right. He driving around in his car, sleeping in his bed, fucking his wife. I ain't saying I'd have killed her, but I understand. So you have to ask yourself at the end of the day, Manny Fresh, is 5 stacks, what do the Young Bucks call it, 5 bands? Is that worth winning 300 bucks? I mean, is 300? What's 300 on it's 300 on 1,000 is 33%. So 33% divided by 5. So you're literally looking at like a 7%. So you're looking at a 7% investment here off top, something around 7%. So when we're looking at, and I'm not about to say that this is like investing, that we out here, boys, we out here gambling, by the way. Hold up. I gotta say something. I gotta say something real quick because I heard one of the boys on another channel that I listened to talking about, he was using terminology about betting on boxing, calling it an investment. I'm sitting here like, if I put X amount of cash on Apple, that's an investment. If I put X amount of cash on, a stock I like, I'm investing. But if I'm betting on boxing, we gambling. Let's not get that twisted. Let's go back to class real quick. Let's go back to class real quick. Is a 7% return on your bet worth the risk of losing 5,000? Now, it's a good question. It's a good conversation. He goes, if you got 150,000 and you want half, that ain't that bad. But if you got 30,000 and you want half, I ain't moving back with my mama because you ain't in love. You gonna have to die. So if you have I guess it comes down to the bankroll. Because for me, 300 bucks on 5,000. That's just I don't know if I could do it. I don't mind. I'll bet. Losing 5,000 isn't gonna hurt me. But if I'm gonna lose 5,000 the way I'm wired, if I'm gonna lose 5,000, I want to at least win 10,000, or at least go 1-1. I'll do 1-1. I'll go 5 to win. I'll go 5,000, win 5,000. But I think I would be more upset if I made a 5,000 bet to win 300 and lost. That's just, these are questions I ask myself. Like, What do I have? What do I have to lose? How much can I afford to lose? And then how am I going to feel after I lose? Right? That's a question we have to ask. It's kind of like I always think about Buster Douglas when, after he retired, he was doing this interview and he was asked, the biggest lesson he learned from beating Mike Tyson. He was like the biggest lesson I learned was that going into that Mike Tyson fight, everybody in my camp knew I was going to win. They prepared me how to win. I knew I was going to win. The lesson was where I failed moving forward is nobody in my camp prepared me how to live like a champion. Nobody prepared me. I didn't prepare myself how it was going to feel after I won. We just were all enamored with the fact of just winning. We never look past what does it feel like as a champion who beat Mike Tyson. And he said that was the biggest lesson because he wasn't ready for that. So when I'm betting $5,000 to win $300, I have to first ask myself, what does it feel like to lose for me 5,000 when the return was 300? So these are just questions we got to ask ourselves. These are just questions we got to ask yourself. And I'm not, look, and this is our group. This is our chat. This is our community. I'm not trying to offend anybody. We all have our own different styles. My style is different from your style. We got a dude, boys, you guys know him. If you're in the Discord, we got a dude in our Discord, mate. His name is literally unknown. He might be a Fed. I don't know. He might be a Fed out here. He bets 50,000. We've seen it. He'll bet 50,000 to win 2,000. I'm like, y'all cats are crazy, dude. 50,000 to win 2,000. I've seen it. You guys have seen it multiple times. What's up, guys? Saluting. How's everyone doing? Hope everyone is good. This is the second live stream of the day. Mar the Prince, OHIO in the house. Thoughts on look, mate. I like Para versus Pierce. I think Para is a live dog here. Let's look at it real quick, Mar. Okay, so this is the fight. Let's get to this first fight first. I know everybody in this chat, we watched Elijah just fight and we watched Para fight. And it seems like nowadays, it seems like it's part of Elijah to just get dropped in every fight, right? That this is just the thing we do when we bet on Elijah Pierce. We just have to he almost lost to Daz Marinas. He got dropped early, had to come back, but every fight he gets dropped. So, I mean, Lorenzo Para is a guy that I'm not about to say a word that I say people use too often. Some people say he got robbed in that last fight. He fought to a draw. So Para could crack a bit. Elijah has it. I mean, I think these odds are really, really tempting for me to go dog hunting. And now if I'm going dog hunting more, I'm just doing a standalone. I'm gonna just put Lorenzo by himself. I think Para's barking, boys. That's do they? That's that the do they bit in this comment is all of us like the secondary thought. The regular bit. Feds don't gamble. Nah, they don't. I don't know, man. It's just like for you to be betting 50 stacks to win 1,000. I start questioning some things. Let's go back to Mar and so we're gonna look back. So you heard my take. I'll let you guys know by Thursday. I put it all out there to either, to be seen. That's what we do here. And shout out to the Discord. I like a lot of you boys are coming out of your shell too and putting your stuff out there because it's not just a one-man show. This is a team effort. Let's look at Yakubov versus Chacon. And let's see what the odds look like if we were to add a couple dogs together. It's not usually my style to put but like last night, I hate bringing up the past. But I had Reese and Liam initially. And then I was doubting Tension based off of his inexperience as a boxer. Anyway, I don't want to look back. If you would have put Reese and Inoue on your same ticket, it was paying I think like plus 1,300, and they both hit. So somebody out there in our ethos did that. I salute you. I overthink things. I'm like, surely this guy can. Surely I've seen this before. This is what's happened, and then it happened. Like, all right, let's go. Yakovov, Chacon. Oh shoot. Are you look? I haven't taped either one of these guys. I've seen Yakubov fight, but I have to refamiliarize myself with Chacon. So come at me again. I wish there was a way for us to save comments, like because this is a comment I'd like to revisit. And then Julius, I want to revisit Julius's comment later in the week about Cameron by stoppage or Ben Whittaker. So now we got. Let's check the other one. Both solid rumbles. Real EH 99 cent. Thanks, playa. Stay up, pimpin'. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. I appreciate the support, everybody. Y'all, we still good. Justin Paldo. Feature fight. BoxRec likes him. Um, I, I'm gonna. I like what BoxRec does from a promotional side of things. I like the YouTube channel. They give us all these free fights. They do good matchup work. Has anyone checked if they released the interviews yet? I want to see Nike. I want to see where his head's at. I want to see Paldo as well. They usually will bring him on, and then Robert Garcia's talking to him. They usually do that sort of interview process by Zoom. I haven't got that deep yet. Guys, full transparency, I've been focusing on the UK card first. I'm getting those videos out. Ben Whittaker versus Benjamin Gaz is coming up next. I knew you did it. Of course you hit that. Oh, I want to see. I'm going to get to you more. I see you. Learning the game more, but face value don't mean much after organic food don't mean it's healthy. Just say it par all the way. Oh, so if you're new, Lino El Bori, if you're new to our game, I know you just joined the Discord. You got to be boys. You guys always, maybe we should put some disclaimers up. Always be cautious with these Japanese cards. Like as you could tell, the boys and I know who these fighters are, but it's not like I did breakdown videos of those fights last night. It's not like I did live streams devoted to those fights. So maybe that's something I need to remind everybody. And when the chat's getting excited on a Monday night fight night, I only threw I didn't throw a lot of money on those fights. And so I guess where I'm getting at is, you know, just ask questions. Like if you guys are hesitant or if you guys are sort of on the fence about like, hey, this is an obscure Japanese card that the whole Discord's talking about. And if you're kind of like on the fence, like, should I bet on this? If you would have asked me that last night, Linobari, should I bet on this? I would have straight up told you, hell to the nah. I would have. That's like the boys know. I will tell you straight up. People will come up and ask me questions like, hey, I'm new to betting. What should I bet on? I'll be like, have you ever bet before? They'll say no. I go, don't. You ain't invited to this party. You don't know about this stuff. We don't want you around here. Like if you've never bet before, don't start betting. You ain't ready for this darkness out here. But yeah, moving forward, mate. The Japanese cards are hard to score as of late. They're they're just hard to score. It's not I'm never going to the Japanese cards confident, so I'm never betting a lot. I guess I'll just call it active action. Like, the boys are getting on. I'll drop a $25 on a parlay, but don't get it twisted. I'm trying to win every goddamn bet. It's not like I'm just betting to bet. I was salty that I flip flopped on Reese. That's the Johnny Style flip flop. I've done it. I've done it before. The most famous Johnny Style flip flop was Sebastian Fundora versus Zoo 2. I'll leave it at that. Mar the Prince. I hit both on a 2-leg, but kicked myself. Of course, dude. Some of you cats are savages out here. Mar the Prince. Did you hit on both of them? Thanks for sharing the bet, mate. Thanks for telling me. I'm ready. I know. We'll be smarter and Lino Abori, ask more questions too. Because as you can tell, I've seen, the longer you guys are in the Discord, it's not what you guys think if you're not in there. Nobody's clowning each other. It's very professional. People are trying to all eat and everybody wants to make money. And we have a lot of tools in there, like the voting. Make sure you're voting on those fights. and make sure you're paying attention to the community film study areas. So I'll show you real quick. So guys, so Linobori is new to our, and if I'm pronouncing that wrong, I apologize. But we have a lot of new people in the Discord, and maybe some of you guys are watching this right now and you're not aware of like the navigational tools in the Discord. So guys, and if you can, give a shout out to Gil. He's our moderator. All of these fights coming up: Cavalcasas versus Molina, Kim versus Tondi. Pick a fight, right? So Kraus versus Ibrahim. You click on one of these fights, and then the way it's set up is you could discuss the fight in here, and then you vote on it. How do you think will win? Dude, there's sharp money coming in on Molina on the money line. Whatever one you pick, you vote and hit vote. The reason why we do this is because the community booth section Gil must be cleaning it up. The community booth section has our winning parlays. Those votes from our group create an algorithm which will spit out to us a parlay before fight weekend. And we hit 2 out of 2 last week and 2 out of 3 this week. I don't see them up right now, so I wonder if Gil took them down. No, here we go. Here we go. So the community picks this. We lost this one because Nakano got beat. Now, guys, if you're not in the Discord and you guys are members of other Discords, this is a real question. How many other Discords have an algorithm based off of the knowledge of the group? So this was 2 weeks ago. The knowledge of the group through those voting processes pick this, right? And then come fight night, you could go to this section and be like, hey, this is a 3-leg parlay. So if you're unaware to where to put your money, you could tail these picks, and this one hit. This one hit. We just started it last week. So 1 out of 1, 2 out of 2, 3 out of 3, 4 out of 4. And we lost our last one because the fight last night lost. So we're 5 out of 6. So if you would have just followed these tips and know about this feature, you would have hit your first 5 tickets, which is that's Gil. That's our moderator, man. That dude. As we keep growing, I got a lot of points. Gil's a beast, dude. Gil's yeah. So if you have any questions in the Discord as well, like for instance, the boys are like, Johnny, could you add a soccer channel? Boom, soccer. NHL, boom. American football, basketball, MMA. And this is my baby. This is my little baby out here. Because this is the one I mess with. 2020. See, this is the type of mindset we got here. Growth development says 2026 will be the best year. Hell yeah. 2025 was good to us. 2025 was good to us, and 2026 is going to be even better. If this goes down, y'all got, so Artur Beterbiev and David Benavidez. King Ty, what's up, baby? Full transparency, you know me. You're an OG insider. I don't like using locks, but I am all in on Vong. That's watch the breakdown I did if you didn't watch it. I could give you 5 reasons why I think Cameron beats him. We know it's boxing. I think everything from the coaching change to the youthful energy to how the first fight went, to the time away, to what each guy's been up to. I don't like disrespecting other fighters by saying a fight is a lock, but my money's on Cameron Vong. Cameron Vong will be on all of my parlays this weekend, so he will be appearing, and I'll show you why. I mean, right now he's at $1.43. I mean, that price, guys, is saucy enough to just. I mean, we'll go back to the guy I know who spends 10 grand on bets. If my guy puts 10 grand on Vong, he gets 4,300 back. Now, if my bank, like, okay, my guy Manny who has the 5,000 win 300, I would bet 5,000 on Vong to win, half of that, 2,500, 2,100. So if you put 5,000 on Vong, I think you would get 2,100. That's just off the top of my head. Let's see. 5,000. Yeah. Yeah, y'all like, damn, that motherfucker did that off jump. That motherfucker did that in his head. I'm a nerd. I would make that bet. If my bankroll was 5,000, I'm not saying that's a lock, but King, I would make that bet. I think Cameron Vong. I like Vong here. This would be crazy. This would be crazy. Been saying better be that. I mean, Archer's not getting any younger though, and dude, come on, guys, that version of Benavidez was insane. Does David do that again? Could you imagine seeing David doing that against Archer? Yeah, yeah. Manny. Riskier, yes, yes, Manny. But look at the juice in the return, baby. This is like it comes down to is what is the juice? Is the juice worth the squeeze? If my bankroll was so laid out to where a $5,000 bet wouldn't have me salty, I would make the $5,000 bet on this fight rather than I would make the $5,000 bet to win 2,100 rather than making it to win 300. That's all I'm saying. And look, I'm not telling you to do that, but betting isn't always just about picking winners. Betting is about strategy. And when you're looking at strategy too, how many times would you have to make that $5,000 bet? How many times would you have to make that over and over and over to getting $300 back? Every now, in inverse to every now and then, that's going to lose. Versus how many times would you have to make this bet? 5,000 to win 2,150. You see so strategy, risk versus reward. There's no such thing as locks. It all comes down to understanding that sort of element. Kiza, who you got? Benavidez. I hope Benavidez wins because I want to see Benavidez fight Jai. Yeah, I think, dude. Look, I've never bet against Benavidez. Like there's never been a world where now I've been aware of Benavidez since he was a kid. Like I remember when there was a 15-year-old sparring with Pavlik. I remember that. I remember being told that Johnny, you hear about this teen that's sparring with Kelly? I'm like, get the hell out of here. Who do you? This is Dave. So I remember firsthand knowing about this stuff going down, and I've never bet against him, and he's only looking better. I mean, people are. You know how fickle our sport is, guys. People are just gonna when a guy like Benny has a performance like that, people are just gonna talk shit about Yard. So I don't do that. I'm an optimist. I'm a hopeless romantic. I see that performance and I'm like, fucking hell, dude. That's that's a he was standing right in front of Yard. Like, he was just I was like, surely Yard's going to catch him with something. He was standing right there, no respect for the power, total beliefs. That's what you call an undefeated world champion. That confidence that you saw in Benavidez is an undefeated world champion who has confidence in his speed, confidence in his power, confidence in his chin, and zero regard of his opponent, zero respect of what's coming back at him. And you only could fight like that if you've never paid for something like a mistake, like your talent level. That's the freedom of being an undefeated world champion. That's the freedom of you get to fight like that. And when we get a guy like that, it's tough for me to bet against him against anybody. I don't care if he's fighting a 41-year-old Artur Beterbiev, a 6 foot tall 41-year-old Artur Beterbiev. I would go heavy on Benavidez. That dude, there's no Benavidez versus Zerto. I'd go heavy on Benavidez. Now Benavidez versus Jai, shit, dude. I like not many fights get me that excited. Benavidez versus Jai gets me freaking excited. Just basically their style, how mean both of them are. I mean, come on, dude. We might do like that. You could probably talk me into flying anywhere. If that ever goes down, if it's not here in Australia, I would fly to Vegas for that fight. I would 100% fly to Vegas for that fight. When you measure where each guy's in their career, how they operate in the ring, how they operate outside of the ring, their psychology. Is there what's a better fight? What's a better fight? Like what's a more exciting fight? Do you think he would duck Zerto? Do you think David is the type to duck smoke? Whittaker looks revamped under Lee. We'll consider playing. Yeah, no, Whittaker impressed me. Just the slight adjustments he made in the second Liam Cameron fight. We got our classic UK boys. Remember this weekend we got 2 UK cards. We got so with that being said, we got to remember the early UK stoppage. That early UK stoppage is definitely in play. So when you boys are thinking about method of victories and knockouts and decisions, you got to then think about what fighter, what's my fighter style? Like, am I putting money on this guy who's a pressure forward guy? He, the ref could stop this. Am I betting on the counter boxer? And if he starts drowning, even though he might not be in trouble, the ref might stop this. So these are questions we have to ask. We know about that classic UK stoppage. Manny Fresh, you think Fraser Clark is easy? Look, when we're dealing with the big boys, I know TKV has been getting a lot of people aren't high on him, right? But I mean, these cat. I mean, we're talking about the big boys. Anything could happen. The odds makers are on your side, Manny. The odds makers are saying Fraser by stoppage 149. I actually don't like those odds. I mean, maybe you put that on. Maybe you go Fraser Clark by stoppage, and Mar. What would you do that with? Mar. What would you put that for? Or Julius, if you're still on, what would you put that Fraser Clark with? I feel like we're. I feel like this is why I love boxing in the chat. I feel like we're like making a mixtape. Yo, what would you put on that one joint? Fraser Clark can't be ignored this weekend. Yeah. No, this is his fight, guys. This is his fight to win. 100%. This is his fight. Let's see the stoppage 149. I like Zelfa, man. My boy Zelfa Barrett's fighting. People uh you guys got me second guessing my shit. There's money on the table. I'll take Clark with Ben. Okay. So you want Clark, Ben, call it weekend money line. Beautiful. What's that paying you? Clark. And you don't have to get too stressed. So if you take Ben and Clark on the money line, and then you put your 5 stacks on that. No, okay, now you're getting 1360 back. I can live with that, Manny. I can live with that. I'd like Zelfa. I think Zelfa gets the dub as well. Off the cuff. Who do you got? Cruz. Dude, this is a fun fight, Red. Fun fight. How much there's a lot of recency bias with Roach off of his draw with Tank. I've never been the biggest fan of sort of like the Edgar Berlanga approach when Berlanga lost and he did his parade tour. We know Lamont didn't lose. He was happy to get that draw. I don't know, man. Give me another week. We got a week coming up. I'm not totally crazy with the most recent version of Pitbull Cruz. So if you were to ask me right off jump, I would probably slightly lean Roach right here. That's not my official prediction. Dwayne, get your money. Guys, hit the like button. Join our insider group. Join the Discord. It's pinned in the comment section below. Listen to Dwayne Styles. Also, train your body, train your mind. Those two are definitely connected. If our body's not feeling good, our mind's not feeling good. That's 100%. And don't you don't it's so many people think that they have to think outside of themselves. We all live in this people tell you that you have to live in this world where you need to add things to your life. You need to buy things and add this. All that's a lie. You have everything already. You need to work on yourself. Mind, your body feels good, your mind feels good. Let's get it. Vaughn Clark. I like that. There we go. Jaso. So we got Vaughn Clark Zelfa money line. I like that. Vaughn Clark. All right, where's Manny at? Manny. Now you're 5,000 doubles, playa. Now you're 5,000 doubles. You go Cameron, you go Vaughn Clark Zelfa on the money line. You ain't getting 300 back. You're getting almost five back. But that's on you, man. I ain't trying to tell you what to do. I'll be happy throwing five. I'll go half on it with you. I'll throw 500 half. I'll go a fraction of it with you. I'll put 500 on it with you to make another five. I'm not bankrolling 5,000. We got Christmas coming up. And I just dropped a coin on this new Sony. I got that new Sony OLED. I don't know shit about technology. I know it's a 65-inch joint. It's a Sony joint. I needed a new TV, man. My shit was I never pay. I never buy myself anything either, dude. I'm a cat. I could be happy in a cave. I don't need a lot, but the TV's nice. I'll read the. I got the letter. I got the letter, Dwayne. I just haven't opened the letter. I haven't opened that letter. Jack Massey fighting to after his loss. Yeah, Massey's fighting. We seen it. Diderot effect. Nice. Only GK. I was saying the same. 400 parlay. Clark and Ben. Keep it simple and bet big. That's it. Clark and Ben. So Clark. Yeah, boys. It's just going to be how greedy do we want to get? Because GK and Manny, if the bankroll is as big as theirs, Clark and Ben. I mean, Zelfa too, though. But yeah, okay. So Clark and Ben. Let's just go Clark and Ben. Yeah, 127. I'm throwing Cameron on there to go 199, 181. And I'm old habits die hard. I'm putting Zelfa on that bitch. I like Molly on that motherfucker. I like Fran on this muck. All right, that's my UK parlay, and then I'll do a pro box parlay. What's the UK parlay pay? 275. These aren't exact. I'm not. These aren't my exact hits yet. I'm gonna go get the letter. Should I read it on air? It's in my. Is it like? Is it cool, or is it like a jump scare sort of thing? Because if it's good to read on air, I'll just read it on air. Because I just got to run down to my box to get it. Darn time. This is another one. This is another one that I'm thinking about picking the dog, guys. My two dogs so far, not in stone yet, is Para to beat Pierce, and what do you think about Soto's chances? All right, I'll be right back. Yo. All right, sorry about that. I had to go get this. So, Dwayne. So Dwayne sent me VA, Virginia boy. Oh yeah, the Bucky shirt. I'll read it. Oh, I'm definitely rocking that. Ah, dude, this is awesome, bro. This is. I thought we were gonna have. You guys ever see the movie Seven? What's in the box? Firstly, I'll show the T-shirt. So Dwayne, who lives in America, sent me a package. Right. This is so dope, dude. I'm definitely gonna be rocking this. It's a Bucky's T-shirt. Right. So if you guys aren't from the South, I know that I didn't know about Buc-ee's until I drove cross country when I was 21 years old. So they're like they're kind of like shopping malls for gas stations and truckers. You know, you could take showers. I think some of them you could sleep. It's like a massive thing. He left a note. Canelo Alvarez is the face of boxing. There you go, Dwayne. Canelo. I love that you sent this halfway across the world. Canelo Alvarez is the face of boxing, Dwayne. That's awesome. Thank you for the T-shirt, brother. I'm gonna rock this on my next live, by the way. Clark knockout. These are big guys. 12. Clark knockout. These are big guys. They are big dudes. Let's get back to it. Canelo Alvarez. That was awesome, man. I appreciate you. Facts Young is the riskiest. Vong is the riskiest bet. Uh-huh. Yeah, you know how I roll here though. I'm gonna stand on business and roll with him. I think he gets the job done in this rematch. I don't like the time spent away for Gwyn. I don't like his style. He was walking onto a lot of shots. I like the fact that Cameron has gone to Ben in relation to, not that Ben's a better coach than Jamie Moore, but the fact that there's a deep connection with Ben really knowing the ins and outs of Gavin's game. You know, if you watch my Stats Don't Lie video, I mentioned it a little bit about how, Barney Smith was, they brought Gwyn in to spar with him for a couple fight camps, not just one fight camp. And Ben is Barney Smith's coach. And, Ben's going to be able to look at that first fight and add adjustments. I like Cameron's jab. I like his speed. I like his youthfulness. I think he's the better boxer. I think he's going to be able to operate and control things a little bit better from a specific range and distance. And I think he's going to make this time look easy. But yeah, risk versus reward. Guys, I'm going to lock it up. I'm going to shut it down. I got to shut it down. This was my second live stream of the day. If you guys didn't catch the first one, it's up on the channel. Stay tuned to the channel. If you haven't already liked this video, subscribe to the channel. Pinned in this comment section where the boys are popping, Johnny says boxing VIP membership. It's a couple bucks a month. It helps me out to be able to do this on a full-time basis. More importantly, you go to the Discord and you become part of our growing community. We just hit 300 VIPs yesterday. That's a milestone I'm very proud of. You guys should be proud too. We got a lot of fights ahead. The Stats Don't Lie video is up and live of Cameron Vong, and hopefully some of the boys who are on the fence, guys like Manny, guys like Linobori. I'm not trying to, just so you boys, I'm never trying to talk you guys out of your bets. I'm just, look at me as kind of like a median. You can either ask and then I'll answer you as authentic as possible. The last thing I ever want to do is talk you out of your bets or talk you into bets. You know what I mean? And if you're not having fun betting, don't do it. Trust me. Like I really stand by that. I didn't create this to tell you to get rich on gambling. it's not investing. We out here gambling. So